It attacks from above,
It looked like a cross between a man and a bat.
relentlessly pursuing its victims.
It jumped on the hood of the car.
It's believed to be an omen of death and disaster.
It was actually some sort of a warning, a dark angel of some sort.
This winged beast could be an omen of doom.
He definitely saw something that was flying ahead of his vehicle, very large.
It's such an eerie feeling to see something like right out of a horror movie.
Now, Monster Quest searches the skies of America
Here we go. We have contact.
for the mysterious Mothman.
There you go. There's something. I don't know if that's an animal.
People around the world report seeing monsters. Are they real or imaginary? Science searches for answers on Monster Quest. La Crosse, Wisconsin. This former trapping outpost sits on the banks of the Mississippi River. It's near some of the last untouched wilderness in the Midwest, and a perfect hiding place.
Wingspan 10, 15 feet.
Looked like a man with wings and red eyes.
And it stood up, and it's probably like 7.5 to 8 feet tall.
And it right up on top of the building and then just turned and sat down and crouched like a gargoyle.
Eyewitnesses report seeing a creature 7 feet tall, with a large wingspan 10 to 15 feet across, and weighing an estimated 250 pounds. Part man and part beast, it has dark hair and eyes that glow a ghostly red at night. In flight, the monster is said to reach unimaginable speeds. The Mothman has struck terror in the hearts of residents here for decades. Tales of being pursued by a winged beast are common. But most frightening, the beast seems to show up just before local tragedies and seems to be appearing again.
The first thing I saw were the eyes and what I thought maybe were teeth.
A local Cherokee man was being driven home by his son when they encountered the Mothman. They sped up and started making sharp turns to shake the animal. But the beast pursued them undeterred.
The first thing we saw was this winged creature, 14-foot wingspan at least. It was huge. It was almost covered half the road.
When the car slowed down, the monster attacked the vehicle.
And it was close enough for me almost to reach out and touch. It almost hit the windshield.
The terrifying encounter gave the man a clear look at the monster.
It had a wide mouth. The eyes were the size of the reflectors that are alongside the road. The body was attached to the wings. It had gray and brown hair-like, but not much hair. More fleshy, kind of like a bat. That's why I called it a man bat, because it looked like a cross between a man and a bat.
The attack ended when the creature abruptly changed directions before their eyes.
It was like in mid-air at windshield height. I have never seen an animal move like that. It just went straight up.
But as it departed, the creature let out a shriek.
We heard the sound in our heads. It was kind of like vertigo. It made us sick to our stomach, real high-pitched ringing. And my son swerved and went off the road. He was driving, and he opened the driver's door and threw up, and I got sick.
The man returned to the location a couple of days later. What he found was even more disturbing.
We went out to look at the site, and thinking maybe it had come out of the bushes there someplace, or it was on the road or whatever, and found a deer carcass that looked like it was filleted, laying alongside the ditch.
The appearance of the creature matched historic descriptions of the Mothman.
When you see something that's frightening, it looms large in the consciousness.
He escaped it.
Author Joe Nickell questions the Mothman's existence.
If you see something very briefly, if you're seeing it at night, if you don't know the distance from you to that creature, And if you misjudge the distance, you misjudge the height. People are just guessing. So you have what are called multiple unknowns. You have an unknown creature of an unknown size and an unknown distance, and you're telling us one of those based on what?
Nickel believes that the witnesses have come in contact with a known animal and simply have misidentified what they're seeing.
There is something